Lord have mercy. All right, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? I said I'm gonna start early because I got somewhere to be today. Everybody is just I was supposed to start this situation today, supposed to have a meeting with somebody because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some things added to my team. So I said, let me just go ahead and start this video early. Can y'all hear me out there? Just make sure. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? We work with the lighting because I'm dark skinned. So I'm working with the lighting. I'm looking like I'm a ghost with the green screen. So I said, forget it. I ain't going to put the green screen on today. But it's a lot that I want to discuss today. And I want to talk about spoken reason and Emmanuel Hudson. Everybody should know what was going on, that they had this song together, asking all them questions. Why you asking all them questions? For real. Okay? That was one of my favorite records. And let me first and foremost say as a disclaimer, I am a fan of both Emmanuel Hudson and I'm a fan of Spoken Reasons. I think both them brothers, what they done for comedy, what they done for younger content creators like myself, I think they open a door up for a lot of people. But I have to keep it real. So Spoken Reason went live. I mean, he didn't go live, but he releases his podcast. And when I tell you that he did a part one, I promise to give y'all he did a part two, and the part one was wilding out, asking all them questions. Part one, and he was explaining his history with Emmanuel. With Emmanuel, I hope I got his name right, Emmanuel Hudson. Okay, and he was going to history because I was waiting on him for response. Now I did see his response on Instagram where he would cuss Emmanuel Hudson out. He called him the F word, and I know he was mad. I'm not the typical person from the community say the man is homophobic. I don't think the man is homophobic. When you piss, you say whatever you. He was angry. He was mad, and he was on wilding out. And of course, it wasn't showing him in the best light. It was showing the best light. So Emmanuel Hudson brought up and said, "Do y'all know why we did not? We're asking all them questions. Let me tell you, he stole it. The money. He was talking about the money. He was accusing Spoken Reasons of a lot of things. That Spoken Reasons pretty much robbed him. Okay, but and I was like, so how can you do this? Because I didn't do my research, you know. And he's on this Emmanuel on his master platform, went on Instagram. I'm like, how can he do him? And I was side-eyeing him with this eye. I was side-eyeing with this eye. I was side-eyeing him. And I'm like, how can you do Emmanuel Hustle like this? So we finally hear Spoken Reason speak in its entirety. And so I sat down and I was drinking my Monster drink. And he was explaining how he worked with Emmanuel Hudson and that it was Emmanuel Hudson's song first with the webcam, asking all them questions. Once it was given to Spoken Reason, once it came on Spoken Reason's radar, he polished and uplift, gave the song a facelift. Production, editing, everything. So Spoken Reason had his assistant contact Emmanuel Hudson, and he brought him down to Orlando to do the song. And it was no contract, keyword, no contract, no paperwork. Okay. They were young in their 20s, didn't know that much. And he kept saying in the video, Spoken Reason said, he's not my brother. I don't know this man. I just think they had a collaboration. And when the song popped, first of all, according to Emmanuel Hudson, he said, I want the song to drop now, man. Action on drop now. So Emmanuel Hudson had another song, She Ratchet. So the song came out, it was hot. Spoken Reasons, according to Emmanuel Hudson, called him and said, hey man, you got the street hot. Let's drop the record. So he went on, he dropped the video. It was supposed to be, they supposed to drop it on a Sunday. Somehow it did not drop on the same day. But Spoken Reason dropped the song first. Then Emmanuel Hudson was like, man, how could you drop this song and everything? Give me the song. According to Emmanuel Hudson, he was at the movie. Then Spoken Reason responded in the video that I seen, the part one, said, I don't remember that I was at the movies. And he kept saying, and he finally said and admitted that, of course, I'm going to release the song first. This is what Spoken Reason said. I paid for the video. I paid for this. It was, I had the artistic stuff with it. I said where you to stand, directing, etc. My team worked on it. I invest in this. So, of course, I'm going to release the video for. I was the editor, the director, the investor. I was the label. This was Spoken Reason. He said I was Warner Brothers. I was Fox. I was Panama Studios. And he said, I didn't steal. He said, I didn't steal anything. Baby, when Spoken Reason was messy, he alleges that Nick Cannon stole some of his material. And mind you, Spoken Reason have always been calling out people. And if you all remember, when that song, Ask All the Question, came out, it went viral. It went viral. But if you would have just listened to Emmanuel Hudson, you would have thought Spoken Reason stole it. He made all the money. Emmanuel Hudson didn't make anything. But that's a lie. Emmanuel released it on his platform, and it garnered millions of views. Spoken Reasons released the video on his platform. It gained millions. So both of them made money. Now, everybody had their conspiracies of the money that was made. Okay, we reached out to Spoken Reasons. I don't know. Shout out to him. I don't know if he's watching or not. But I did want to play some clips of the show. But I remember when I watched Spoken Reason video that the part one, he showed that he only made over $100,000, $100,000. Over $100,000. 100,000. He didn't make 300,000 off of. I'm speaking about YouTube only. I'm not talking about iTunes. Speaking about YouTube. He did not make. He showed the analytics. So this is what I made between paying that person, and then he showed the IBM, and he showed that he took the smallest percentage of asking all them questions. Emmanuel Hudson took 100%, and Spoken Reason took, I think, the least amount of percentage of the record. Even though I believe the record wouldn't have not gone that far if it wasn't for Spoken Reason touch and his producer and his touch, that magic that he put on it, because Spoken Reason was very active on YouTube as a creative genius because he had produced and done amazing work on his channel, right? Even though Emmanuel Hudson have done videos too, because he said, I'm new to YouTube, I don't know nothing about YouTube. That's a lie, because we saw the history that he done videos with his brother and it garnered millions. But the difference between Spoken Reason and Emmanuel, no offense towards you, Spoken Reason know how to edit. He know how to put that magic and that production to his vision, right? So you a beast when you when you a comedian, when you funny, when you talented, and you know how to edit and you know how to put your vision to the masses. You know how to put that vision into action. That's the difference between Spoken Reason during that time than Emmanuel Hudson. Now, Emmanuel Hudson, speaking about wilding out, he alleges that Spoken Reasons came on the show. He begged to come on the show. That wasn't the case. Spoken Reason had an issue with the executive producer of the show, and he wanted to speak to Nick Cannon because they was throwing some shade. Spoken Reason was putting it out there. Long story short, Nick Cannon invited Spoken Reason on the show. It was so last minute that he missed his flight, and that the Wildin' Out production had to send him an emergency flight, to him to get to Atlanta. And we all saw it wasn't Spoken Reason's best light in the show, because I knew he wouldn't have worked in Wild 'N Out, because Spoken Reason mentally so, he's efficient, he's an intellectual, he's in poetry, spoken word. He's just not into that comedy stuff no more. I think that time had passed. If you all remember, Spoken Reason did a video last year, and he was exposing Hollywood. And he said he'd been there, done that. Once you already made it in the industry and you saw how dirty and evil and backstabbing it is, once you get a taste of that, you either get it, take advantage of it, and you don't. But he'd been in Hollywood. He'd been there, done that. So he's the different type of brother. Yes, you see Emmanuel Hudson on Wild 'N Out, but Spoken Reason's had his own opportunities. He's been in movies, he done his own short films and everything. I don't believe that the producers understood the history until all of this stuff come out. The issue that Spoken Reason, out of that whole rant that he went on, he don't like that Emmanuel Hudson is slandering his name to people. Slander his name, crying and saying that he did me wrong. He owed me some money. Okay, Spoken Reasons robbed me. He owed me money. He did asking all them questions. It was my song. He going around crying to everybody, and everybody believing Emmanuel Hudson because he's on this massive MTV white on show, this massive platform. So everybody is believing Emmanuel Hudson because he's the popular one. He is being introduced to millions. So to Spoken Reason, he was getting dragged a dislike. They were dragging that man because he don't have the machine. I feel that Emmanuel Hudson overanalyzed the song, in my humble opinion. He did not do proper business, because anytime you do a record or a song with somebody, paperwork. And this is what Spoken Reason said. He said, you don't own it. You don't own Wiley now. You're not the owner. And he's not. So why they didn't talk to me first about it? They ain't gonna talk to you. You don't own that show. You have no power in that show. You don't have no stake in that show. Only thing you know for that big mouth, tell a couple of jokes, you know, that's it. But when it's time for the decision-making, ownership, you have nothing. Nada. Zilch. Okay? And Spoken Reason brought up a good point. I'm not on Spoken Reason payroll, because you know y'all about to say, I'm on this payroll. I ain't on this payroll. I'm just doing a video because I want to do the video. Because one of my producers, y'all sent it to me, and I'm just giving my commentary. I don't give a damn if you don't like it. But on that white on show, Wild 'N Out, nothing against it. But Emmanuel Hudson had the proper opportunity. He could have talked with Spoken Reason and talked to him as a brother. I think that he listened to them voices in his head and he ran with a narrative. And it was a false narrative because A, you got money. B, Emmanuel Hudson went on tour. C, he put the song on iTunes, made money off iTunes. He made money off his YouTube channel. He did not like that Spoken Reason got more popularity because Spoken Reason was a more established person during that time. He was a more established person. He was the more established artist during that time. In that time, creatively, you couldn't beat, but he dominated the YouTube streets. I'm talking about back in the day, man, he dominated. I looked up the Spoken Reason. It was Spoken Reason, like that dude, like I wanted to be in one of his skits or something. Maybe be a patient, a cockeyed. He'd be the dermatologist, the eye doctor or something. You know, so I always wanted to be in one of his skits because he was so dope. His movies were so dope. This dude, Spoken Reason, y'all, he used to do a doctor skit on All Digital Network. He helped build All Digital Network. You know, Spoken Reason, he spoke his resume. Zeus, the guy that, the African guy, the one that talked, the African guy that played into Friday. Zeus Network got the same type of skit this Spoken Reason had a couple of years ago. They pretty much copied it and put it on the Zeus Network. So Spoken Reasons put that out on his platform doing that part one. So what he was going through, I really believe that Spoken Reason was pissed. And when you're getting lied on for 10 years or you're getting lied on for almost a decade, you will always look like the bully or the victim or get over it when you don't have that massive platform. It reminds me of Monique. You don't know how it really feels to people try to stop your bag, calling you a liar, calling you a thief. You're not going to know how that really feels until you are actually in those shoes, until you actually experience that. And Spoken Reason, in my humble opinion, were being dissed, lied on by Emmanuel Hudson, in my humble opinion, because he felt because of his experience, this is how he is. And he ain't telling people, well, yeah, I did put the record on my YouTube channel. I did put the record on this. I did make the money. You made your money. You went on tour. Spoken Reason going on tour to promote acts on that I can't remember. He posts all the receipts. So when you're going out there, you crying and you weeping, tell the people the full story. You're telling people your experience. Yes, Spoken Reason put the song out first, but the next day you put the song out. So if the way how he did it, just Spoken Reason did everything and he got robbed. And that wasn't the case. But let's be clear, Emmanuel Hudson, my dear brother. I know you're probably gonna diss me and talk about me, probably so. Who cares? You own a white-owned institution, If you want to invite me to that white-owned place, with Nick Cannon, I'm more than welcome. Come on, probably, y'all will try to drag me. Of course, I'll write out my jokes. Don't steal it, Nick Cannon. Okay, let me stop. But in my humble opinion, y'all, I just think that this whole beef is all Emmanuel Hudson's fault. I think it's his fault. Because he should have called Spoken Reasons like, bruh, I feel you did me dirty. I feel before you go out spraying people, make sure you get an understanding with your brother or that brother and say, man, I feel like you done me wrong. Have a conversation. But to go out there and to just air it out to people already with folks pretty much making Spoken Reason look like an idiot, when in fact, that wasn't true. The only problem that I think Spoken Reason should have done, if he known better now, is they simultaneously released the video at the same time. But Spoken Reason also, and this is what Emmanuel Hudson words when he went live on Instagram. He said, Spoken Reason taught me how to flag videos when people use my content. So Spoken Reasons was helping the brother out. He didn't have to tell him. If Spoken Reasons was a person that don't want you to go, don't want you to get a bag, he would have never told you how to flag people videos. There's people to this day won't even tell you that. I ain't knew how to do that until Sister VS told me how to do it. But and my long story short, I stand with Spoken Reasons. I'm still a fan of Emmanuel Hudson. No, people brought it to my attention. Did you hear how Spoken Reasons were coming out here wearing wigs and women and stuff? He didn't lie. I mean, you get a lot of popularity when you put on a wig and impersonate one black woman. That's an open ticket. Hollywood love that. When you're black, they love it when you put on a wig. They love it when you put on nails. They love it when you put on some breasts. When you a black man, they love it when they love it when you feminize yourself. They love that. They are intimidated when you come in masculine, strong-minded. But Hollywood love it when you put on a dress. And if you don't put on that dress, Hollywood will blackball you. I just had to say that. And I'm part of the community, and I know this. When I put that wig on, you get thousands of views. The type of ideas I do, sometimes I don't want to do it. And I'm like, Dad, put this wig on this makeup. It's going to be hard to put it down. Ask Funky Dineva. Period. You put a wig and makeup on, it's hard to put that stuff down. It is hard. Doors will open up when you impersonate a black woman. Those are facts. And that's why I rarely pick up Marquita the Cross-Eyed Diva. Because when I put it on, it's hard to put it down. Because people want to say, oh, put your wig on, put on your makeup like you a clown. They love it. They will support me more. I would get more support if I come over here and say I was a transgender. If I come up here, change my voice, put on a wig, and say I'm a trans woman, I will get more support. Period. Come up here and bounce my breasts. I will get more super chats, cash apps, donations, and more support. Period. Point blank. If you don't believe it, I can get on here and show you an example. Maybe one day I will come and announce that and just watch the attention and be real serious and just get up on here and say all that. Change my voice. I'm a woman. I'm a lady. I always thought about being a woman since I was 6 years old. I don't remember what I ate when I was 6. How the darn I know I was trans? And this is my thoughts. But I'm just keeping it real. I know one content creator, he was a man all that good, but he was dry. That content was drying up. Once he became a woman, they flourished him with support. It ain't hard. But, you know, I just choose not to put it on like that. I do Marquita Cross Diva when I want to do Marquita the Cross-eyed Diva. Emasculate is the word you're looking for. Thank you. Emasculate. Thank you. You know, they want to emasculate you. They are intimidated. You come in strong, black, like Brother Malcolm X. They are intimidated by that. But if you come in with a wig on, makeup, red, ruby red lipstick, makeup, breast, bouncing, woo, 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 you don't even have to talk. You don't even have to be that talented. I've seen people that are not really that talented. Only reason why people watch them because they slang that pink, bounce their breasts, and they say they're a trans woman. That's about it. When you look at their content, they ain't talking about nothing. Most of their content is, now I'm reading, thank you for the cash out. Oh, my, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. 60 other people is on their StreamYard. They have no time. Like, what is this person's talent? They have no talent. Only 50 minutes of it is thanking people for cash apps and bringing other people to talk on the StreamYard. They just sitting there. They don't have no talent. And I'm not going to say no names. They have no talent. Absolutely no talent. Oh, thank you, babes. Thank you for the cash out. Thank you. Of course, who ain't gonna buy no BMW with you to get $80 on the cash out? Who anybody will buy a BMW? Talking about you self-made. Baby, buy. You ain't no self-made. Liar, you ain't no self-made. Sit down. I rebuke that lie to the pits of hell that it came from. Of course, people was bigging up my phone. I buy me a new BMW and a new house. Shoot. Well, I'm self. Yeah, you self-made. All right. Funded by cash apps. Okay? Can't say no now. I don't want nobody to get triggered. Now, if you run and say that, Wiley said that, you lying because I ain't say no name. A hit dog will holler. That's why some folks, they don't have no beef with me. I'm too real. Too real. Can't talk about, they can call her Gary Coleman all day, but sis got multiple track property checks. She own houses, land. She sued Funky Dineva and all that stuff. They can call that woman Gary Coleman all day. Mama is paid. Mama got properties with an S and a website that is funded, and she get it done for Real Housewives of Atlanta. You can call that woman a man, Gary Coleman, all day long. She still got a vagina. She's still beautiful, and she's still a queen, and she still got property. Yes, I'm trying to impress her because I want to take her on dinner and stuff like that. I'm just, I like her. I definitely would take her out a date. I like her. And she just expressing how a lot of black women feel. Some of us gay men, we be saying the same thing that she be saying about these folks. You ain't that popular. They just be dragging you all day long. Anyway, let me stop. Because, Lord, I'm supposed to be talking about spoken reasons, Lord. This is why I don't get invited to the party. So y'all don't need to fund me. I don't get invited to the party. But we all know what I'm saying. Let me get up on here and say I'm Marquita Cross-eyed Diva. I'm transitioning. I would get more support. because you would rather support a character than a masculine man. It's hard for a real masculine man to, get all that real support like that. They love to see characters because there ain't too many masculine men out here that really out here with massive platforms like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying, but I'm gonna just keep it real. Move on. I'm buying me a new BMW. Of course, anybody would buy a new BMW. You get cash every day. But what is your talent? And she would never. They said, well, why she would never try? Because she know I'm too real, baby. The way how I study, how I've been. Please. I watched it. What's the talent? How you do a whole morning show? What is the substance of this content? Other than ping, thank you for the cash out. I ain't hating. I'm just giving an honest assessment. Then when you criticize her, she want to call you long throat and everything. Like, back to Spoken Reason. Oh, they messing. See, I know how to read people without not really reading. I don't give them hard reads. Some of y'all do too much. But we love her, though. We love everybody. I'm just talking. Y'all don't believe nothing I say. Just get a good click of the view and a laugh. What I'm talking about. Shut up, please. I know they're going to say I'm hating, Right. Maybe I am hating. Who cares? It's commentary. It's on the internet. It's open for people to talk about. Okay? All right. Spoken Reasons, I love you, brother. We reached out to Spoken Reason. He said he watched some of our content, and so I love the brother. I'm not going to put him in no mess. I could have did much with this story, but the brother is doing some fishing. You know what I'm saying? He's an intellectual. Congratulations. He's about to get married. He have a son. He's a father. So congratulations to him. I love him. And you see, I ain't saying no names. What y'all's up there saying that? I say Michelle T. Elliott, man, because, I'm trying to, holler at that. And she's single, man. Please, she would be with Michelle T. Let me get with Michelle. Let me get with that for 3 years. And they really be trying it with Michelle T. Elliott. I never hit that link. Well, let me hit that link when she up on there. I'm gonna go in. She beautiful and she's a boss, and I'm attracted to that. And she's good looking. And I gotta see, she's short and thick. I gotta get up. I gotta get to Atlanta. Cash out me so I can get to Atlanta. Can't go to Chicago. We was gonna go to a trip. I was gonna surprise my grandma in Chicago, but I don't want to see them for no 14 days. I don't want to see them that much. Okay. So I was trying to get to Chicago. I was going to surprise my family next week, but they said I got to be 14 day. I said that bald-headed mayor, she tried it. Sit down somewhere and get a haircut. Shave off them naps. Get a haircut. Why in the world are you going to try to quarantine me for 14 days? She said, if you come here, you're going to be quarantined. For what? Who going to stop me? I get some clippers and shave that head. You don't know what you doing in that city. So no, I won't be able to go and do my little yard sale. I was going to do a barbecue sale and a yard sale, surprise, make me some money while I'm not working right now to make some money, rent yard sale, barbecue ribs, it's coleslaw, Black Lives Matter muffins. So we was going to make some of that, but they said I would be quarantined for 14 days. So I will not be going to Chicago. She tried it. Comb that hair out, ma'am. When she be trying to read, she gets on my nerves sometimes. That bald-headed bear, she gets on my nerves. She do entirely too much. She do too much. I'm tired of her. Wear masks. Work on that jump shot. If your jump shot ain't good, she be trying to read, folks. I love her though. I love her. Black Lives Matter muffins. I tried it. your hair long. Okay, so what, man? Please. I've never seen a man with a nappy afro before. I've never seen it before. Can anybody? That's Chicago. Listen, how you gonna have be a man and your hair that nappy? Go on to one of R. Kelly braiders, you know. Go on to one of his braiders so they give you some cornrows or something. Queen Latifah, can you hit her up and give, you know, when you got them little cornrows and you was gonna set it off to give man Lightfoot some braids?